I found 3 significant improvements when I started doing this.
I've been giving you the worst of me, cause I can tell you a thirsty beat. Look how the stars got you worshiping. You wanna slide, go to work, baby. Work, baby. On the seat. And it be just like it's in your dreams. Don't stop till it's head to feet. You wanna slide, go to work, baby. Work, baby.
How's it going, everyone? I'm Peter Ildefonso, and this is my first Live to Learn Another Day episode. Part of the idea for this whole channel is that I'm not actually an expert at fitness or shooting or whatever it is. But as I'm putting myself through the process of learning and I'm, going through that daily grind and training, I can then take that information that I've learned and share it with you for your benefit. Now, before I get into it, if you would, please subscribe. Subscribing helps me out more than you know and will help me grow this channel so that I can learn more and you can learn more and we can all get better together. It's also just a huge encouragement to me. I put a lot of effort into these videos, and every time I see someone subscribe to the channel, it's just like a little bit of a win. So I'd really appreciate it. 1,000 acceptable reps is better than 10 perfect reps. Quantity and not quality is key here, which is a little counterintuitive and to me really kicks back against my perfectionism. Whether you're dry firing or drilling scales on a piano, instead of obsessing about every single rep being perfect and then getting stuck and not being able to progress because either you're not able to get even one rep perfect or you're definitely not able to be consistently perfect, instead of all of that, try simply aiming for acceptable reps. Reps that are just good enough. As you do rep after rep after rep, that's good, you'll then be able to make small improvements over time that'll lead up to much, much better reps. It's also really helpful to find ways to fight through your mistakes and keep going instead of simply surrendering the rep because it wasn't perfect. One of my favorite guitarists, a guy by the name of David Russell, would always say, everyone makes mistakes. The way that you can tell a true master is how well he's able to make a mistake, recover, and keep going. Perfection can be paralyzing. Sometimes you have to speed up to slow down. What do I mean by that? Let's talk specifically about dry firing here. If I'm dry firing and I'm at a certain part time and I can sort of kind of hit the time, but it's like always messy. My grip's off, my shoulders are just kind of tight. My inclination would often be to slow down back to a tempo or back to a part time that's controllable for me, get it good again, and then try at that faster tempo. There's definitely a place for that and there's a time for that, but in this case, give a try doing something else. Instead of slowing down to where you had it under control already, try speeding it up to where things just completely fall apart, because that's going to do 2 things for you. One, that's going to 100% expose any mistakes that you're making, any whatever's holding you back, and whatever inconsistencies there are in your form. The second thing that it's going to do is it's going to expose some areas that you actually could be going faster and simply aren't. And sidebar, don't do this with live fire. It could be very, very dangerous. Keep it to dry fire. So by speeding up and exposing your weaknesses and finding areas that you could actually go faster in, when you then slow back down to that original part time, it's going to feel much more controlled and noticeably slower. This is the fastest way to take your shirt off. Point number 3, saving the best for last. We're talking about garment clearing or getting your shirt out of the way so that you can then access your concealed gun. We're not actually taking our shirt off. This is specific to drawing from appendix carry in concealment. I got this from Matt Pronka with X-Ray Alpha. Instead of pinching your shirt between your index finger and your thumb or any of the other methods out there, that's simply the one that I always used to do. What I want you to do is take your whole hand and bring it onto your stomach and then make a fist. By doing that, you're grabbing a huge portion of your shirt and already starting to get it out of the way. I found 3 significant improvements when I started doing this. First, by grabbing my shirt that way and scrunching it, I'm already getting my shirt out of the way, as I said, and so I don't have to lift my arm nearly as high to make sure that I actually clear the gun and it doesn't get stuck or my thumb doesn't get stuck on the inside of my shirt. Secondly, I found that grabbing a hold of my garment was much more consistent across different types, whether it be a sweatshirt or a t-shirt or a dress shirt. I would sometimes have a hard time grabbing a thicker material. It would just slip through my fingers. When I'm doing it this way, I'm just grabbing onto so much that every single time that I go to do that, I'm not really having a problem. Thirdly, and probably the biggest benefit that I've had, is by bringing my whole hand onto my stomach, I'm able to initiate that movement much more aggressively. And obviously, since if I'm drawing from concealment, then I'm gonna have to get my hand to my shirt first so that I can get my shirt out of the way before my strong hand can even grab my gun. So doing that aggressively with my support hand ensures that my strong hand is also going to come onto the gun aggressively. So by initiating that movement super aggressively and just smacking my hand onto my stomach, I'm able to move a lot faster. Now, I will say these aren't hard and fast rules. These are principles that I've found that have really helped me out. So take them, use them, disagree with me in the comments, whatever you want. Training hacks. These aren't shortcuts. If you don't actually put in the work, it's not going to do anything. I tried that and nothing happened. Weird. I need to train more. You need to check out my other videos. Be civil, stay savage, and I'll see you in the next one.